probably don't know who I am. My name is Simon Jones, a man from Colorado. I work as an archaeologist, digging things up from time to time, and that is why I'm now documenting my findings in this here diary. You see, I used to be close friends with Matt Stone and Trey Parker. You may recognize these names as the creators of the famous adult comedy South Park. I truly admired their work back in the day, but now I've found something mind-boggling in my pursuits for treasure. A rusty VHS tape with a few South Park episodes. Now I realise something. The titles in the back are unrecognisable in the episode seen today, so we've got a whole lost seasons of South Park here. I looked at the cover. It said in dark red letters, South Park, Season 1. So I thought to myself, is this a beta for Season 1? I was gosh darn right. I went home and went to my room. I took out my tape recorder and pushed the tape in. Surprisingly, it worked. The menu screen appeared rather quickly. It was uplifting, to say the least. Stan and company were smiling pleasantly, the sun behind them was smiling too, and the music made me want to stand up and dance. The only thing about this supposedly wonderful beta already was Kenny McCormick and Eric Carmen. You know Kenny's iconic orange parka? It was red like Carmen's coat. And just as you expected, Carmen's coat was orange and his hat was orange as well. I ignored this, thinking it was a measly design change. I was already tired of the menu screen and hovered the select option over the first episode. In fact, I'm still hovering over it now. I'll write what I see tomorrow. Good day, reader! Wow, that episode was a handful on my mental health. Wondering what lies next in stock. There's 5 episodes, and this is the first. Hope the second ain't as bad. Anyways, let me describe this episode. Episode 1, Cartman's Clock. As the title implies, this episode revolves around a clock owned by Cartman. I forgot to mention something. The episode was 10 minutes long as opposed to the normal 22. No clue why. Anyways, here's the plot as I remember it. Cartman dashes into his room, still in his pyjamas. He has cereal around his cheeks, so I supposed he ate his breakfast in a hurry. He looks in danger, so he must be running from something, I think. I then see that he notices a box on his bedside. The camera zooms in on Eric's face and then the box. The box reads, Clock 06660. Eric stops and observes the box. He opens it and out comes a clock. Ma'am, what's this clock? He asks in his usual whining voice. No response. Eric impatiently stomps downstairs and the camera changes to a shot of Carmen's living room. Carmen screams again. What is the damn deal with this clock? It's a new clock to wake you up, sweetie, his mum replies calmly. Eric slightly acknowledges her and places the clock on his couch. Then Eric walks into the kitchen. This scene plays through very slowly and patiently, with Eric striking up a conversation with his mother about who knows what. I think he mentioned that he's scared of Kenny. Was a good explanation for what happened next. Anyway, this scene lasted 4 minutes, almost half of the episode, so it seemed important. Too bad I didn't listen. Then Eric walks into the kitchen to get a drink. This is where the fun begins. As Eric sips his glass of soda, music starts to play, and I realise the music. In the Hall of the Mountain King. This surprises me, as the tempo rises and Cartman starts drinking and then chugging his glass in a stressful way. The background lowers in vision and he is left anxiously stuffing the soda down his throat in a room of nothing but static. Then a muffling sound starts playing, kind of like Kenny's muffled speech. I remembered his speaking about him being scared of Kenny. Oh no, I thought to myself. Eric finishes his glass and seems to calm down, the static world fading away and him being back in his usual kitchen. He turns around happily because this paralysis is over. But then, a red parka is laying on the ground in front of him, like the parka Kenny was wearing on the menu screen. Oh, cool parka. Red's my favourite colour. I'll try it on, Cartman remarks. Big mistake. As soon as his fat head fits through the hole, a muffled laughter rings through his ears and through the ears of mine as well, because it is clearly audible. Then Eric's mouth foams, like foam flooding through his mouth and nostrils, like a character in those children's cartoons overflowing the bath with bubbles. Except these bubbles are red, then blue, then orange. His eyes reach this colour as well. When they reach orange, he falls over, dead as a fly. The episode plays unnerving music, then comes to a stop. After this ends, and we are brought back to the menu, I soon realised why Eric and Kenny had their palette swap. You know how Kenny dies in every episode? Cartman takes his place. Kenny kills him. This all made sense to me. I need to get this nightmare out of my head, I think. And so, I still struggle to get this out. I will return next week with documents about the second episode. I hope I don't kill myself with all this mental trauma. If you guys have reached the end of this episode, I love you all so much. You're so good to me. Thank you. Please subscribe. Bye.